Jammu and Kashmir Assembly polls wrapped up today with voting in the final 40 seats in the third and largest phase of the elections. Polling was around 65%. In fact, the 16 assembly segments in 3 border districts of North Kashmir also voted in the midst of tight security. After 8 ST's reserved seats voted in the first 2 phases, the last ST seat today is also voted in this phase. All of Jammu and Kashmir 7 SC reserved seats also voted today. All 7 of them are located in the Jammu region. Of the total 40 constituencies that voted today, 24 are in the Jammu division and the remaining 16 in the Kashmir Valley. Joining us now is my colleague Nazir. Nazir, thank you so much. This long election finally comes to an end and such great reports from you. But tell us what is really the significance of the third phase of elections, because this was the phase where the BJP did the best last time, and you've also reported on the first time voters, the Valmiki voters, and of course, this is a narrative of Naya Kashmir. It's a referendum on that, and of course Article 370 is also at the center of it, and of course development. What are the issues that mattered and how do you see the third phase?
Well, the biggest takeaway of this election is revival of democracy in Jammu and Kashmir that was in a suspended animation for a long time. Biggest takeaway of this election is people were at the center of the discourse. They set the discourse and the narrative, not the government. People's aspirations were heard and political parties responded to. And they kept that in their mind, in their manifestos, and promised they will deliver on them. That is a different thing, whether they will deliver on all the promises they have made in their manifesto or during their election speeches. But people have given their verdict today. The third and the last phase of election was very, very fascinating. More than 65% people voted today across 40 assembly constituencies in Jammu region and the North Kashmir. This is a high-stake battle for all the parties in Jammu, which has been a traditional stronghold of the BJP. Their biggest litmus test is that will they be able to retain this constituency? Will they be able to repeat the performance of parliament elections or the 2014 assembly elections? For the National Conference, which has been claiming that they have won the most of the seats in the first 2 phases, whether they would be able to maintain the momentum in this phase when they are facing the regional players there who appear to be strong in their own right or in their own constituencies in North Kashmir.
Right.
Having said that, for some people it was really
what kind of alliances are people of
movement.
Kashmir looking at? Last time PDP aligned with BJP. What are you hearing from people? What kind of alliances are they looking at? And the kind of smaller players and independents, what kind of role do you see them playing?
Well, elections are done and dusted. People have given their verdict and we'll know the results on 8. Alliances are already there. For example, National Conference Congress's alliance is there and they are hoping and they are confident that they can form on their own. PDP, which is another player, they are saying they will only support a secular alliance. And they are saying without them, there cannot be a government formation. But NC is saying, look, we have won enough seats and with the Congress, they will be comfortably forming the government. BJP, on the other hand, which has actually been able to manage or consolidate their base, what we could see there today, regardless of how many seats BJP will win from Jammu. But the fact is their election machinery and the way they have been able to consolidate it through different means, including talking about Jammu Chief Minister, some talking of a Hindu Chief Minister, and all those things they have been able to gain that momentum. We'll have to see how many seats Congress is going to win from the Jammu region. And it has all the,
right,
huge stakes in this area as well. We have seen high stakes, as we say, high stake battle for all the parties, and we have to see whether people have voted for the old Kashmir or they were voting for the Naya Kashmir, which BJP has been talking since the abrogation of Article 370.
Right.
Nevertheless, as I said, more than who wins and who loses,
right,
it is the revival of democracy and people have participated in election in a great way. But only one thing has happened, that they, has fallen short of expectation, right, which is the turnout.
Right.
And turnout may be less than what it was in 2014.
Okay. Thank you, Nazir, for joining us with those critical details.